Hi everyone. Oh my gosh. I'm actually reshooting. I shot a video and it got deleted. Anyways, hi everyone. Welcome back to this week. Last week has been a bit of a crazy situation. So the last 2 weeks actually, so that's why I couldn't post. But nonetheless, thank you for the support. I see the family is growing. For many, it might not be a lot, but for me, 70 subscribers is a lot. Okay. Road to 100. Anyways, thank you so much. So, today it will be more like a story time. Um, also, just sharing. Yeah, sharing about pregnancy. I feel like we don't get told enough to prepare ourselves. Like, this is yeah, we just don't get told enough to prepare ourselves, and we end up like having to experience things for the first time and not knowing how to deal with it. So big disclaimer, huge disclaimer, this is based on my experience. If maybe your experience was different, that's totally fine. If someone you know had a different experience, that's perfect, that's totally fine. Every person is different, and pregnancy experience is also different, so it will not be the same. I'm just sharing so that someone who may be going through what I went through may, you know, I don't know, find answers to deal with it. Anyways, let's get right into it. So you know how movies, right? Movies make it seem like it's such a romantic. I'm using romantic here. It's a beautiful experience. I'm gonna, you won't even cry. Pregnancy. It is a beautiful experience, don't get me wrong, but it comes with so many changes that we are often not prepared for, and our body has the audacity to change without our permission. Everything grows, expands, bigger. It's traumatizing, but it's nice. So one some of the things I wanted to talk about was like sickness, like morning sicknesses. What I can say for me is that I didn't like, things never came out. Rather, I was nauseous, yes, but nothing came out. And like I remember my first the first trimester, I survived on crackers and ramen noodles, something like that. So it's different for every person. I also spitting. I didn't spit that much because my mom was like, girl, when it comes, swallow it. When it comes, swallow it. When it comes, it's nasty and gross, but swallow it and it goes away. And I did, and it works. So I think I stopped spitting quickly. But I know people who spit throughout the whole pregnancy. And also my morning sickness is just the nausea all the time. But other than that, and I couldn't stand a lot of food. Um, Other than that, nothing dramatic. Another thing, sleep. I slept a lot. I slept a lot. I slept a lot. But I was also active. Like I went grocery shopping. I walked up and down, and yeah, I was very active, but not exercising. Walking. Okay, walking is exercise. So I was exercising. So yeah, I wasn't like bedridden the whole day, like sleep the whole day. There were days, I won't lie, there were days that were better than others. Like you would wake up, look outside, you're like, not today. Back. Back to sleep. A lot of things that I experiences were a shock to me, like the audacity of my body to grow, not fitting in my clothes. Because I mentioned in my first video, go watch it, when I came back, that my house burned, so I lost a lot of my clothes. And what I took to Johannesburg with me was like just some 3 or 4 pair of jeans and two like dresses. I didn't have any more clothes. And when I decided to finally buy some things, like small things on my birthday, boom, the bump was growing. So I did not, some of the things I didn't even wear, and I just like would wear what I would fit in. And another thing, these are just some things I'm thinking of at the top of my head that I wanted to share with you guys. One thing is like, I used to say, when I'm pregnant, I will never look crusty in my life. Ha! Whether I wanted to or not, I looked crusty, I looked bad. My nose was this big, covering my face. I was black. Not like, oh, I'm a black person. No. I was dark. You could compare me to something. My neck, there was no foundation for me in the shop. At all. And I used to have like these lines running from like the heel of my foot right up. like it's black, and my arms as well. I call them tribal tattoos. They just about went away. And obviously I was dark, my whole armpit, and my mom always used to tease me about it. My face was dark. I couldn't recognize myself at all. And it's at that time where the face things that I was using, like the lotion, the soap and everything, wasn't working. So my skin here was drying. And oh, it was so bad. I'll show you a picture or do a video. You'll actually see a video. Like where yeah, one of the videos of you'll see. Also my legs. Swelling legs, I feel like my there is a thing where you're pregnant, your leg double in size or get one size bigger. I feel like that happened to me because like some of the shoes are a bit too tight now. Bear in mind, I don't have much because everything, so it's a bit when you wear them, you can't wear them for a long time, so that's frustrating. But my feet did like get expand during pregnancy only when I would sit for a longer period of time. I remember one time I worked throughout the night, like from 10 to 6 at night, and my feet was like this huge. Okay, not that huge, but it was bigger than normally are. I used to get a lot of cramps, like terrible cramps, to the point where I couldn't sleep, because they say you can't sleep on your back during pregnancy. You have to sleep on your left, both side, but they prefer left. But I'm a right side sleeper, so I struggled a lot. And whenever I would sleep on my left, cramps, like from the top of, like from my hip down, cramps. When I would turn, same thing, cramps, and the other side wouldn't finish. So I'll just sit there at night. I had a lot of insomnia. I ate eating a lot. It depends. Sometimes you're really hungry and you eat, but it's the saying of you're eating for two now is not constantly. Some other time you'd be content with eating, like, okay, if we're using bread for instance, two slices of bread. Other time you'd feel like you want to eat the whole packet. So it depends. Honestly, it wasn't the everyday thing where I was super hungry all the time. No. I'll tell my birth story. I feel like my birth story is a thing on its own. So I'm just, yeah. And then what else? Cravings. My craziest craving was guava and lemon juice with salt. Oh, delicious. I also had made a sandwich with peanut butter, banana, and honey. Yeah, that's about it. No, I had coleslaw and fries. Yeah, I think that's about it. I never had like the wildest cravings. But what I wanted all the time was like this watermelon McFizz, the drink from McDonald's. But obviously, I couldn't drink too much because it was fizzy drinks, and fizzy is not good for the baby at some point, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Um, yeah, I feel yeah, it wasn't a walk in the park. That's my point. It wasn't a walk in the park because other times I felt emotional. Like when I would put on something that fit yesterday and today it won't fit, I'll cry. I'll be so sad. I remember once I went for my ANC antenatal care, for like the checkup, and they weigh me. I was 80 kg, 80. Bear in mind, I was almost like in the middle of my pregnancy, and I cried. I was so shocked. Me. 80 at my age. What is heavy? I know that say tall people have bones that are heavy, but 80, I've never weighed over. Ooh, I was besides myself. And yeah, so it's just things like that that you have to prepare yourself for, like, okay, my body is going to change. I'm growing a human inside, so I need to be okay. But it takes time. So yeah, that's about it. If you want more, let me know in the comment. But I will make a story about like birthing time on its own. I feel like that's a whole other story. But yeah, at some point you felt like, can this baby get out? Because my baby was late. But you start thinking about, oh my gosh, what if they induce me? Inducing is much more painful. And your water don't break at home graciously. No. When you feel cramps and you time them, your contraction now like coming like 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, then you go to the hospital, then they check you. Birth story aside. But it's not like in the movie, yo, my water break. I'm having a baby now. Your water can break now and your baby can come some other time. It's not immediate. So yeah, I feel like we're not equipped for that. If you guys find this interesting, let me know and I'll talk more about it, I will share with you guys. Anyways, I'm so sorry that I haven't posted once again in the past 2 weeks, but hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope that you have more questions. Engage with me in the comments. Let's grow the family. Let's share the love. Guys, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye. Oh, don't forget to share.